Well, hey there, creators. Niamh here, and I am kind of doing some sketchbook stuff here. So I'm sitting at my computer desk, which is why we have the strange angle here. But yeah, so I didn't, so as I've been saying in some of my previous videos, our household has been dealing with kind of a lot of illness lately, just on and off colds. And as soon as we start to feel better, someone else gets sick, and then it kind of spreads to the rest of the family. And it's been going on like that for like the past 5 weeks or something like that. And I've now had 2, possibly 3 colds now. and I am feeling better, but as I said, as soon as someone starts feeling better, someone else catches some other illness. So yeah, and that's why one of the weeks I didn't have any videos out because I was very sick, and some of my videos have been a little late. And oh, just right there, I had a blue marker that I realized was out, and I don't know why I keep wanting to do blue themed pictures, because a lot of my blue markers are are out or almost out. So yeah, speaking of this piece, it was, I didn't have a lot of plans for it. I just knew that I wanted to do kind of like a blue forest. I had this idea of blue trees in my mind, and so that was the idea I was going with, and yeah, so I was just kind of relaxing because with this piece, getting some sort of art done while dealing with illness, on and off illness. And yeah, so so I decided the mountains, I kind of like the idea of them being purple, like purple mountains, purple mountains majesty. Well, not really that, but it seemed like a nice color to go with the blue, and I was thinking of the eventual blue trees, and I thought maybe like pinky purple accents here and there would go well with it. So a lot of this piece was just experimentation, not really knowing what I was doing or where I was going with it, and just kind of going with the flow. So yeah, I did use more greens in the grassy areas, but mainly I was trying to focus a lot of this on like blues, which again, like I said, I'm running out of blues a lot in my markers, so I'm not sure why I keep wanting to do blue themed things, but it's a nice color. So I also wanted to talk about some of my plans for some future videos. So the next video I want to do, and I hope that I can get that done in time, is I want to do another My Favorite Animals, and I'm hoping to have that done by next Friday. Yeah, that's my main goal. I really want to get that done and get that ready to go. And while I've been sick, one thing that I've been doing lately, getting back into, is knitting, which is something I love to do, but I haven't done it in like years. But there was this sweater that I was knitting when we were traveling from Southern California to New Hampshire, when we were moving to New Hampshire. And I never finished it, and so I pulled that out of a bag, and I was like, oh yeah, I have this sweater that I never finished knitting. So while I was laying down on the couch or laying in bed ill, I started knitting that, and I've been knitting that pretty much every night since then. So hopefully I can get that sweater done fairly soon. But yeah, so I was thinking that maybe sometime in the future I would do a knitting video, but I don't think I would do that sweater because that's just going to take forever. So I was wondering if maybe in the future I could do like a pair of simple socks, you know, because socks can be really easy to do. They can also be really complicated, but they're my favorite thing to knit. I love to knit socks, and a simple pair of socks can actually be done fairly quickly, and I actually think I could do a video on that. So maybe I'll have a knitting video, or I'll have a really simple knitting video with just like, you know, knitting a washcloth or something. But yeah, so that's an idea. Yeah. So this road here, when I decided to color it kind of similarly to the mountain, and I did put kind of a light source behind the mountain a bit, almost like there's the sun behind it or something, or whatever planet this is from, because I don't know if this is technically Earth or not. It's just, you know, it's just creative, you know. So I wanted to make the road a similar color to the mountain there, and I also added in those warm yellowy orangey colors from the mountain, or the light source behind the mountain, and I wasn't sure if I was going to make that a river or a road, and I thought a road sounded better, and yeah, so I do like the way it looked, and then to make some nice contrast, I really wanted those tulipy looking flowers to be like orange, like bright orange, maybe even close to red or yellowy, you know, very orange, you know. Yeah, and I thought that was a nice touch because it made those flowers really stand out. And then I dotted the fields behind the trees, those orangey red colors, orangey yellow colors, and yeah, I think I really liked the way that turned out. Yeah, so some of the other video ideas that I had was one of them was that I would kind of do an unboxing sort of. So the last My Favorite Animals that I did, the humpback whales, I'm actually sending that to a family member as a gift, but since my whole thing with that series was that I'm donating some of the profits from the creation, you know, some of the costs, I'm donating that to the World Wildlife Federation, and since that one I wasn't actually selling, I decided to donate out of my own pocket to the World Wildlife Federation, and they sent me some thank you gifts, so I thought I'd share those. And also I'm planning on getting some of my merchandise from my Redbubble shop in, and just some cards and some notebooks, sketchbook, and I'd love to do a little unboxing of that as well. So yeah. So right now what I'm doing, I took the colorless blender, and I'm making little dots, and like I'm just lifting up some of the color in little dots, and I just thought that was, it just gave a nice touch, and you can't really see it in the video here, but it does add a nice texture, I guess, to it in person. And now I'm using my Posca pen, and I absolutely love the Posca pen, and I want to get more. The problem with my Posca pen, though, is I accidentally went through the wash. I left it in the pocket of a pair of jeans that I had, and it went through the wash, so it's really difficult for me to use it, and I have to shake it a lot, which was fine because it would just drop pieces of the paint in places, which I was looking for something random, so it worked out, but it's very difficult to use this, so I am definitely in the market for some new Posca pens. But yeah, so I am now going to sign the piece and show a picture, and thanks so much for watching, guys. I will try to be a bit more consistent with some videos. Bear with us as our house deals with some stuff. And I will see you guys later. Later, creators. Bye.